Hello all. Firstly, thank you very much for the opportunity to have me here to present our sample to build Microsoft Teams meeting apps with SPFX. And this particular sample has been developed with SPFX version 1.12 before it was pulled down. All right. So myself, Nandadeep Nasan, I'm Microsoft MVP for Office Apps and Services. I'm from Pune, India, and I have been mostly working with SharePoint, Office 365, and Azure. And I'm privileged to have this sample developed along with my colleagues, Ravi Kulkarni and Smita Nasan, who are also working on SharePoint for many years now. And here are some social handlers to get connected with us. So summary for this particular sample is that, or the sample that I'm going to demonstrate today is about building Microsoft Teams meeting app experiences with SPFX. So SPFX version 1.12 support for Microsoft Teams meeting app development. So this offers more power to the developers so that they can now extend SPFX web part to Microsoft Teams for building meeting app experiences. So this app provides a pre-meeting app experience for Microsoft Teams meeting attendees to ask the questions related to the meeting before it starts. So a quick introduction to Microsoft Teams meeting app. So this team meeting apps can deliver user experience for each stage of the meeting lifecycle, including pre-meeting, in-meeting, or post-meeting app experience. Depending on the attendee status, we can integrate tabs, bot, and messaging extensions in each stage of the meeting lifecycle. So team end user can access apps during meetings using the tab gallery. For example, we can have a Kanban board for pre-stage. Even we can have some kind of an actionable dialogue as a in-meeting experience. And maybe we can have the post-meeting experiences created using polls. So this specific sample, which is the questionnaire meeting app, is a pre-meeting app experience built with SPFX. So the questionnaire meeting app provides pre-meeting app experience for Microsoft Teams meeting attendees to ask questions related to that particular meeting before it actually starts. So if you have any questions to the meeting organizer or for the other attendees, this app lays down a foundation to create a forum where you can post your questions before the meeting starts. And these questions then can be handled by organizer during the meeting. So this sample is available under PNP repository at this particular location. And then along with all of the documentation, prerequisites, instructions on how to get started using the sample. And again, this sample was developed using React.js with SPFX drop version of 1.12, which was latest available at the time of development and which supports this particular feature. So quick demo of this particular feature. So for that, let me go to the Microsoft Teams, and I'm to the calendar view of my Microsoft Teams. Once we click or try to create any of the meeting here, I can just type some name for this particular meeting. I will just call it as a PNP demo. I will invite a few attendees to this particular meeting. Right, and then I will send out this invitation. So this invitation has been sent out from my user. And again, for example, once we open up this particular invitation or this meeting app one more time, what happens is that here we do have a plus symbol. We can click on this plus so that we will be able to add our SPFX web part as a tab inside this meeting as a meeting experience. So I will click on this particular SPFX web part, which is a meeting questionnaire. And from here, we can click on add to get this added to Microsoft Teams meeting. All right, and I can click save to get this added. So this is the simple look and feel of this particular web part. So what we can do is this is kind of a pre-meeting app experience. So the attendees can go ahead, ask the question about this particular meeting. So for example, I will ask whether this particular meeting is being recorded, and then I will just click on save. So once I do that, this particular question has been saved against this particular meeting with the person who has asked this, what is the title of that particular question and when it was asked. So what can happen is when the meeting will start, the organizer can come to this app. He can see all of the questions for this particular meeting, and those questions can be answered during that meeting. Again, maybe what I will do is I will close this and just wanted to show you how it appears when we have multiple users submitting their questions for a particular meeting. So in this particular meeting, I had around 3 users, and this is how it looks when we have multiple questions being asked by multiple users. So this is very much simple that you can just add this app as a tab inside your meeting, and this can act as a pre-meeting app experience for your Microsoft Teams meeting. Quickly, the code walkthrough for this one. So this particular code is available in the PNP Git repository. But again, one more thing is that for this particular meeting, what happens is that this for this meeting to work with, we just have one background SharePoint list called as a Teams meeting questionnaire. This list can be created at any of the place in your SharePoint. So I just have created it at the root level of my SharePoint site. But again, you can create it at any of the site, whichever you want. And again, this particular location can be configured through the properties. So we do have few properties here called as site URL, which denotes this particular site where we have this list hosted, and then we have this list name. So again, why do we have these specified as the properties? The reason for that is once we add this particular meeting questionnaire here, here we don't have any option to edit the settings, and from there we will be able to set these values dynamically. So for that, we have this as hard-coded, but even those are configurable, that if you want to have any of the other site URL specified, it can be specified as the relative site URL. One more thing is that to expose your SPFX web part as a Teams meeting app, you don't need to use a specific host in the supported host property. So in the supported host, we don't have anything specified for Teams as such. Instead, what we can do is we can extend the Teams manifest in this SPFX solution with configurable tabs. So this is the manifest that we have, which is under the Teams folder. And we are extending it to be used as a configurable tab. And then we can specify these values here to specify those configurable tabs. Again, from where we can get this is we have a nice documentation from Microsoft here for building the apps for Teams meeting. And if you scroll down here, we do have all those information about what could be the, oh, sorry, not here. What could be the XML that we should specify over there. All right. So this is the place where you can find all that information. So what happens is that once we declare our app with the configurable tabs with the scopes and context, then it can define this particular scope, for example, team and group chat for the context which is defined in this particular values. For example, meeting details tab, channel tab, and this is the value by which we were able to see our SPFX web part as a pre-meeting app experience. So this value is more important to be specified in this manifest JSON. Secondly, then we discuss about these properties. So those has to be configurable from here, because once we deploy this particular app to Microsoft Teams, from there, we don't have any configurable option to set these properties. Next thing is, since we have this particular SharePoint list available here, to which we are adding all of that information, we have this item called as specifying the meeting ID, title, description, as well as author. So what happens is whenever we create any of the meeting inside Microsoft Teams, that meeting has got a unique meeting ID, which can come when we can create that particular meeting. And then we can use this as our kind of an primary key to get all of those values which are specific to this particular meeting key. And from here, we can specify like who has asked the question, what was the question, and all those things can be tracked from here. And then we do have this SPO service, which will help us to get the data from that SharePoint list, as well as we can add our questions back to that SharePoint list. And again, meeting ID is the unique by which we'll be able to identify that question is for that specific meeting. And then we do have few React components, at least couple of React components. So first one is the first thing, which is showing this kind of an activity description for all of the items that we have inside SharePoint list. So this particular activity item will iterate through all of the items that we have in SharePoint list, and it will show this kind of a view for the meeting organizer as well as the other attendees, so that they can see what are the questions has been submitted for this particular meeting. And then again, once we click on this new question, we have another component here, which will just help you to add your question, and then that question can be saved in a SharePoint list. So this was very simple implementation that we just have one SharePoint list, and to which we can use to identify those particular questions being submitted for pre-meeting app experience with this unique meeting ID. For the deployment of this particular project or this particular solution, it has got two things. First thing is that we need to deploy this solution to SharePoint. So we can bundle the solution using Gulp bundle, package the solution using Gulp package solution, and then we can deploy that particular app SPPKG file to the SharePoint tenant app catalog. And while deploying, we should make sure that this solution will be available to all of the sites in the organization. Second part will be that we have this Teams folder. So we'll have to zip the content of this team folder, which is two images that we have and this manifest JSON. And then we can upload this zip as a custom app inside Microsoft Teams. And from there, it can start working. All right, so that was a quick demo. Again, just to reiterate, we do have few limitations here that we don't have any property pane configuration support for this pre-meeting app experience. So only thing that we can do is we can probably specify all those configuration in our manifest, and then once it is deployed, we won't be able to reconfigure those because here we don't have any option for that. And then again, this particular solution doesn't work with channel meetings because I thought it might be very much simple with the channel meetings, that because that channel will be associated with the teams, and then that team will in turn have the SharePoint site to which we can store this specific information. But unfortunately, this doesn't yet work onto the channel meeting. This is only or this can only work onto the meetings which can be set up from your calendar. So these are the two limitations with this particular solution. And then again, here are few of the references. For example, if you want to read more about the implementation, I have my extensive blog here. And then again, thanks to the solution from Alex for making this solution Teams theme aware, so that whenever we will change the theme, it will show all the controls with those colors. And with that, I'm done with the demo. Thank you very much for this opportunity to showcase the demo.
Awesome
back
stuff.
to you, Patrick. Yeah.
Thanks, Nandi.
Yeah,
sorry,
Nandi.
Patrick.
Yep.
Sorry, Patrick. I'm going to jump on the limitations. Sorry, Patrick. Sorry. I just want to call out on the limitations that those are not SharePoint framework specific limitations. Those are limitations related on meeting apps for now in Microsoft Teams, and they are aware of that and they're working on it. And there will be improvements for the meeting applications in Microsoft Teams for sure. So it's a big investment area. Sorry, Patrick. So.
No worries. So, Nandi, thank you very much. Great demo. Very exciting solution there.